work? Oh, are we there? Is it still taking time? Yeah, the way the PS5 sets up streaming is really bizarre. Oh, there we go. Okay, we good? Alright, we're good. Okay. So it's been a while since I've done this. I streamed this a while ago. For those of you that don't remember, this is the Atari 50 anniversary celebration. This came out in 2022, a couple years ago. And it's basically kind of like a museum kind of thing where you can just kind of look at a documentary and play a good chunk of the Atari's library. One drawback of this collection, though, is that while it does have a decent selection of games, it doesn't have nearly as much as the Atari Flashback collections that came out, which there's like 3 of them. But it's still decent if you're just wanting to play it as like a pastime or something like that. It has most of the classics on here. With that being said, the reason why I decided to stream this today was because I was like, you know what? I want to try something different. So I got in contact with my dad, and I asked him, I was like, hey, remind me again, what were some of the Atari 2600 games that you used to play? Because he's talked about it before. He's talked about how he grew up on Atari, playing on black and white TV. So I was like, you know what? I want to play some of the games that he played. So I asked him, and he gave me a decent list. Now, of course, you can't expect all of them to be on here. Even on the Flashback collections, not even all of them are there either. I'll give you the list. The names of the games that he gave me were Pitfall, Frogger, Defender, Yar's Revenge, Adventure, Space Invaders, Joust, Donkey Kong, Asteroids, Pole Position, Combat, Pac-Man, Kaboom, and Breakout. Now, some of those games are on here. Ones like Pitfall, Frogger, Defender, Space Invaders, Joust, Donkey Kong, Pole Position, Pac-Man, and Kaboom are not on here. So that only leaves us with Yar's Revenge, Adventure, Asteroids, Combat, and Breakout, which is still a decent amount. So we are going to play some of the games that my dad played. And I'm going to see how well that I fare in those games. Now, I do remember the last time that I streamed this, I did play a couple of those already, like Asteroids. So we're going to be playing a couple of those again. But for this one, I specifically want this stream to be about playing the games that my dad used to play, just to see, you know, what his childhood was like and what kind of games that he had to grow up with. So let's just get started. So again, if you don't remember, again, our Atari 50 is mostly a documentary. You can kind of look at like the timeline of Atari and whatnot. But we're not doing that. We're going to play the games. So let me just double check the volume because before we get into anything. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, so we're going to go to Atari 2600. So here it is. They've got Adventure. They've got Asteroids. They've got Combat. They've got Breakout. Well, Super Breakout. He didn't say Super Breakout, he said normal Breakout. So, But then we've also got Yar's Revenge. And that's it. So we are going to start in alphabetical order. We're going to start with Adventure. And something I neglected to notice last time I streamed this was you can actually toggle black and white, which is good because as far as I know, this is what my dad played on. He played on a black and white TV, I think. So for the sake of, you know, being authentic, we're going to play black and white for this occasion. Also, you can mess with the different game modes. So you get Small Kingdom, Full Kingdom, or Full Kingdom with random placement. So we got randomizers? We had randomizers all the way back in, Wow, okay. But we're just going to do the normal game. So, Small Kingdom, here we go. Alright, what are we doing here? We got a key. We can open the gate. So what is this? Okay, so we drop the key. Okay, so we have to exchange stuff. We exchange items. Oh, did I just... Oh, no, did you... You idiot! Okay, we're already messing up. I think the restart button is start? Yeah, okay. Oh, so you can restart the game and your progress is still... Oh, but the key's still there. Bro, but the key, it's still stuck in the wall. Alright, hold on. We gotta reset the game. Reset. Okay. Nope, that's not a proper reset. We gotta like... Okay, hold on. Hold up. We can't have that. We gotta like reset the game. Okay. That's unusual. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Okay. We take the key. Alright, we have to orient ourselves properly. Okay, we're gonna take whatever this is. This looks like an arrow, like a crossbow. So it's a maze. And we got this at the dragon. Oh, that killed it. Okay, key. So we got another key. Where do we go with this? So there must be another gate. Another dragon. Oh boy. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? He's coming up. I can't believe they follow you, dude. He follows you through the... Okay, up here? Please? What is that? Oh, hold up. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Apparently I can move it. I need to get away from this dragon, though. Oh, it's a... Okay, we... Oh, we unlocked the gate. Okay, another item. Oh, it's a magnet. Cool. Alright, more dragons. What is that? Can I pick that up? What is that? What does this do? It looks like the tower. It looks like the headpiece of the Tower of Barad-dûr from Lord of the Rings. You know, the Eye of Sauron. What does this do? Okay, I got this dragon up my ass right now. Okay, so we can go through. Oh, it's like a tube. It's a tube. All right, cool. Where does that take us? Okay, dragon, I need you to fuck off. I need you to... Okay, so that was a dead end. That didn't take us anywhere. What do we do with the chalice? Does this... No, I thought that was going to open up the barrier. What does this do? Okay, yeah, you know what this is? This is one of those games that where you, like... I feel like you probably needed to read the manual for. This had to be one of those games where you need to, like, read the manual or, like, read a guide or something, because this is way too cryptic. Oh my god. Can I, like... Dude, this maze setup is crazy. Can you... Got ate by the dragon. Well... Where are we at? Okay, so we go this way. Stop. Okay, so the chalice is still over there. God damn it. Okay, oh my god. Stop. Can I move? Nope, got 8 again. Fuck, man. How do you... Oh, man, you've really got to use your imagination for this game, man. I can't... Okay, there we go. Give me the chalice. Or whatever this is. I don't know. Is it a chalice? I don't even know what this thing is. I noticed that we can move the tube. Should we take the tube? Let's try to reorient ourselves for a minute. We need to get our bearings straight. Let's reorient ourselves. Let's go back this way. Oh. Oh. Did that won the game? Was it? We were supposed to bring the chalice back to the starting area? Oh. Then what the hell is the point of the tube? I guess we won. That's so weird. Okay. I never would have guessed that. Then okay, well, that is a little bit strange. So, I don't know, maybe when you play the full kingdom, the items have more of a use, because as far as this mode goes, the magnet is useless, and the tube was useless. Obviously you need the keys to open the gates, and you need the sword to kill the dragons. But the magnet was really kind of pointless, and yeah. So, okay, the goal of this game is to bring the chalice, or whatever this thing is, to the starting area. Okay. Alright, well, we won. Cool. Let's move on to the next game. Let me just double check the stream, because I tweaked, I had to tweak something, so let me just double check something real quick. Okay, that's fine. Alright, alright, so we're gonna quit. So that was Adventure. Interesting enough. Little 5-minute game, I guess. So, Asteroids. Everyone loves Asteroids. I played this last time on the previous stream I did this. And something of note, and the reason why I wanted to change these settings on my stream, was because you might notice there's a flicker going on with this game. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to make this game have a flicker effect, but when I'm streaming on like 30 FPS, everything is pretty much invisible because of this flicker effect. So you can't even really see me shooting at anything. So hopefully with the 60 FPS, you should be able to see what's going on screen. Matter of fact, I'm going to look at the stream right now just to see if that's the case. Okay, cool. You can see stuff, but it's still not fast enough. Well, at least I think it is. Alright, maybe that's just my stream setting. Anyway, let's go. Oh, silly me, I forgot to switch this to black and white. We gotta do this authentic. Wait, can we not? It's not switching color. Weird, it won't switch to black and white. Huh. Is it bugged? Let's try. No, it doesn't switch. I guess we're playing this in color then. Alright. But, Asteroids. I'm gonna be honest, I think this is my favorite version of Asteroids compared to the arcade version. This one just feels more simplistic. Easier, I guess, would be the word. It's more colorful, I like the sounds better. I don't know, it's just better than the arcade version in my opinion. I might catch shit for that. I might catch heat for that. I don't know if that's like an unpopular opinion, but, you know, I just like this version better. Should probably set a goal for ourselves, right? Like, well, I guess we should probably just go till we die, right? Just go till we die and get a game over. I see you, straggler. Back here. Okay, cool. We got it. Yeah, maybe it really is just because the asteroids are easier to hit in this version. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Because in the arcade version, oh yeah, it's way harder. Because your projectiles are smaller, the asteroids are smaller. Oh, hi, okay, beep, beep, beep. I think that was a 1-up? Yeah, that was a 1-up. We got 5 lives now. Okay, cool. Yeah, 5 lives, that's crazy. That's pretty lenient for a game of this age. What can we talk about? I don't want to just have dead air. I want to at least talk about stuff. Actually, you know what? We can talk about, you know, Atari 2600 right now. For those of you that don't know, a few months back, they released the Atari 2600 Plus, which is a re-release of the Atari 2600 console. And you can actually play authentic cartridges on it that work. So it's basically just the Atari 2600, except you can hook it up with an HDMI and play it on modern televisions. And it works with cartridges too, so that's pretty cool. It comes with a 10-in-1 cartridge, which has most of like the iconic games with it, like Missile Command, Asteroids, Yars' Revenge, whatnot. So it's pretty neat. I've been thinking about getting it myself too, actually. I've been thinking about getting it for me. Ah, shit. Okay, well there goes one of our lives. And we just got it back. See, that's pretty cool. I wish they did that for most other consoles, where it's like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and re-release this console and make it to where you can play the original cartridges on it. Like, imagine if they did that for the Nintendo 64, or the PlayStation, you know? Just start doing that with more consoles these days, because from what I understand, more and more people are starting to kind of go back to these games again, which I don't blame them because of how shady current gaming business practices are with like microtransactions and season passes and DLCs and whatnot. I hate it. I miss when games weren't trying to sell you on something. Like you weren't playing a service. Because that's what gaming feels like now. It just feels like you're playing a service rather than a fucking video game. Like, oh, make sure you pre-order and get, you know, the day one bonuses. Make sure you stick around for that day one patch. Make sure you play the beta. Make sure you buy that season pass. And if you pre-order, you'll get 50 extra tier skips in the battle pass. It's like, dude, come on, man. Like, dude, it's getting so bad to the point where, like, nowadays games are getting battle passes in single-player games that have no right to have it. Okay, we got 6 lives. Okay, we're gonna have to, like... I don't think I'm gonna be dying anytime soon. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Just... Gaming nowadays just kind of sucks. It's just very shady and greedy. Corporations feel like they need to make a buck off of every single transaction possible. Just take me back to the good old days of pure dopamine fuel, where you just start a game, press start, and there you go, you're playing the game right now. No cutscenes, no narratives, no stupid tutorials, just start the game and play. That's what it's all about, man. You're playing a game. Which, I mean, it's not to say there's nothing wrong with a game having a narrative or even cutscenes. It's just that, you know, sometimes you just want to get on a game and you just want to press start and you just want to play. You don't want to just sit around and watch something. You don't want to just sit around and wait for the game to get good. Sometimes you just feel like turning on a game and just having fun. And that's why I like to come back to, you know, these games, like the Atari games, the NES games, because it's right there. It's right in your face. Man, okay, let's say they're crowding the screen. Okay, there we go. We died again. They would not let me spawn. Because, I mean, yeah, there's plenty of modern games that I like, but it's just more often than not, I find myself playing older games. So much so that my bro, he's like, man, you play all the same games all the damn time. It's the same old games over and over. That's all you play. I'm like, can you blame me, dude? They're fun. What can I say? These games are fun. I have more fun when I'm playing games like these, because it's instant dopamine fuel, man. It makes you feel good. It's just instant satisfaction with none of the drawbacks. And plus, I like playing games like these because it makes me feel like I get to be... It helps me experience an era that I didn't grow up in. So there's something just... It's kind of fascinating just being able to, you know, take myself through a time where a time that I didn't grow up in, just to see what it was like for people of that age. So for, like, my dad, for instance, this is what he got to grow up with. So I'm like, okay, what was it like for you? And you know what? I'm having fun. That's all that matters. I'm having fun. Also, I saw you, what's going on there? Was it Andy? Right? Andy, I think that's you? Because usually Nick shows up on his, Nick account, I think. So yeah, what's going on, Andy? Yeah, you know what? I think after this round we're gonna switch games, because we've been here long enough. I don't think we're gonna get a game over anytime soon. I'm just too good. I'm too good. I got 25,000 points. I'm too good. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna quit. I'm too good. Anyway. So what was the other one? It was combat? Okay, I don't think we're gonna be able to do combat, though, because as far as I remember, combat is a 2-player game? Let me double check. Okay, so there's 27 game modes here. Do any of them have a CPU? No, we got biplanes and jets. 2v2s. I don't think there's a CPU option. There's Tank Pong, whatever the hell that is. I think this is a strictly 2-player game. Yeah, I think this is one of those 2-player games, which, I mean, I don't have a friend to play this with. I can't just invite one of my buddies over to my house and be like, hey man, you want to play some combat on the Atari 2600 tonight? Nah. We'll try it though. Hold up, we gotta play in black and white. There we go. What is that noise? So we're playing as tanks. And, yep, tank controls. Yep, that figures. Shoot. Yep. So we're just gonna walk right up to this tank and we're just gonna shoot him right in the face. Because there's nothing he can do. Hey, buddy. Oh. He didn't die. He just moved to the other end of the screen. How far does this go? Okay, so that goes pretty far. That's good. Yeah, get him. Is this just gonna be back and forth, just hitting him across the screen? Yep. Just knocking him back and forth across the screen is what this is gonna be. Okay, you know what? We got 5 points. That's the entire game. It's not really much of a game if you don't have a second player, so yeah, that's combat. What was the other one? Breakout? Now, again, my dad said breakout, as in, like, normal breakout. He didn't say super breakout. But you know what? It's the same fucking game. Okay, can this be black and white, though? Hold on. I keep forgetting to switch to... Nope. Okay, so this one can't be black and white either. Alright, whatever. I love me some Breakout. I remember, I think the first time I've ever played a Breakout game was on, like, the old iPod. Like, the original iPod. That had a version of Breakout on it. That was way back in, like, I think it was, like, 2008 when I played that. 2008, 2009. When I had that iPod. Breakout's just a nice little fun game, though. You know what? Something I've noticed about these Atari games, and something that I feel like people should kind of... It's an interesting way of looking at them. These old Atari games could totally function as modern-day mobile games. Because they kind of are. They're just little short 5-minute time breakers, little time-wasting games that you can just play to just kill time. They're a simple concept, and you just sit here and play. They really do just function like modern-day mobile games. Ah, come on. So we got 3 more lives. Yeah, but how will they put ads in it? You know what? Yeah. I guess yeah, you're right. It's not a mobile game unless it's got ads in it. Can you imagine if they had ads in the fucking Atari 2600 game? Like, you try to boot it up and it gives you an ad. Like, it shows you one of those really dirty magazine ads from, like, the 70s. Gives you a cigarette ad when you're playing. Yes, you could be playing Breakout, but wouldn't you rather be smoking a good old Marlboro? Sure you do. That's what all the cool kids these days are doing. They're smoking them Marlboros and Okay, good. We broke the top. Now, can we do the thing where we get all the top and, like... Can we make it, like... Yeah, there you go. That's what I wanted to happen. Yeah. Oh, that's satisfying. I love when it does that. This, we didn't break the board. Yeah, this is tough because the thing that sucks when playing Breakout, especially when you're playing on a console like this, is the sensitivity of the paddle. I find that's always like a deal breaker when you're playing a game like this, is because like right now I'm using the stick and it feels like it's not sensitive enough. I can use the touchpad if I want, but that's too sensitive. Like if I try using the touchpad right now, look how fast that goes. See, I already screwed it up. That's why I don't use the touchpad. So I'm using the stick, but the stick is like, it's close to being good, but the sensitivity is just a little bit too slow to where I feel like I can't catch it all the time. Okay. Can we at least break pink? Oh, I almost missed it. Now see, if we were playing the Atari flashbacks, that version has breakout, that version has normal breakout on it. But since this one doesn't, we have to deal with super breakout, so whatever. It's whatever. It's fine. After this, we're going to go to Yar's Revenge. And I love that game. I love Yar's Revenge. That's probably one of my favorite of the Atari games. Missile Command is my favorite, next to Centipede. Yar's Revenge is probably like my third favorite. What's the difference? I don't remember. I think the original Breakout looks more like, I honestly forget. Because there's like 3 or 4 different versions of this game on like the Atari. There's like Super Breakout, and then you got the one for the 5200, and then there's one for the 7200, or 7800 rather. And I'm like, dude, why there's so many Breakout games, man? I'll tell you what annoys me though. I don't know why, but this collection and the flashback collections don't have Pitfall or Space Invaders or Kaboom or nothing like that. I don't know what it is with these collections being so allergic to Space Invaders and Pitfall, despite those being like the most popular and iconic Atari games ever. I think it has something to do with Activision and like the licensing and whatnot, because I know Activision has like a hold on those games. But bro, like, how are you gonna make Atari collections and not have Pitfall and Space Invaders? Yeah, I think it is a license thing. But it's like, bro, of all these collections, this is like, if there's any collection that should have had Space Invaders or Pitfall, it should have been this one. This is the celebration, this is the 50th anniversary celebration of Atari. Like, if any collection should have Space Invaders and Pitfall, it should be this one. But nope, it doesn't. You have to, like, as far as I know, I did research, you have to buy, like, the physical Atari Flashback console to get that. Which there's like 10 of them, by the way. There's like 10 of those versions. They have like 10 versions of the Atari Flashback consoles that you can buy. And only a few of them have Space Invaders and Pitfall on it. It's so bizarre. Anyway, that's Breakout. Now, we're going to end it off with some Yar's Revenge. Alright. So this game is interesting. The goal is to shoot this barrier away. And then once you've shot enough of the barrier off of it, you get close to this centerpiece. And then you can fire a laser at it. Oh, please get on it. There we go. And that's progression. Simple concept. And then, you know, the barriers get different each time. So... And you might see that floating piece right there. Yeah, you gotta avoid that. If you touch that, that kills you. Can I hit him? Yeah, nice. Wonder how far I can make it in this. Okay, so we're back to the first piece now. Okay, we're back to the first barrier. Oh, that got me? Damn, that sniped me. That's crazy. I can't believe I let that get me. Oh, get it, get it. Ah, there's too many pieces there. Please. I don't want to get too close to it because I'm afraid... Yeah. That's the second time, dude. Man, that thing is smart. Please. Yeah, you gotta, like, do this thing where you have to, like, time it. There you go. That effect must have been amazing to see. But, oh, I'm sure. People were looking at that like, oh, man, look at those colors. Look at that explosion effect. I gotta ask my dad on that. I gotta ask him, like, what was it like back in the day when you saw these graphics? Because I know when I was a kid, when I saw N64 graphics, that was realistic to me when I was a kid. Like, I saw Ocarina of Time, and I was like, yeah, that's realism right there. That's realistic graphics, right? But obviously, in retrospect, you look back on it, it's like, okay, no, that... You can see the polygons, you can see the muddy textures, obviously. But back then, that was the standard. Like, that was like... That's what set the bar. Like, no other game was looking like that, you know? So obviously, back in the day, it's like, oh, this is the most realistic game we've ever seen. So I wonder if it was the same thing for kids back in the 70s and 80s when they saw games like this. Come on, get it, man, get it. Oh, it does. Oh, it does predictive tracking. I knew it. Yeah, right? See, yeah, so you thought the same back in the 64 era. It just looked realistic, because that was the standard. Like, when I saw Hyrule Field, I'm like, yeah, that looks like a field. That looks like a real place that I could be at right now. It's just crazy how that works, man. It's just crazy. Nice, we got it. I'm pretty good at this, if I may say so myself. I don't know. I might have to see how far my dad made it in this game. He probably has a way higher score than me. Depends on how much of a nerd he was, though, and how often he played the game. I'm assuming my dad played a lot of this game back in the day, but I don't know. I don't know how... Because I remember when I was a kid, you know, my parents put a time limit on how often I could play. When I had my N64, they'd be like, oh, you get like 30 minutes and then you gotta go outside. You know, get some outside time, get some fresh air. You know, they put a time limit on how much I could play. So obviously I would assume it was the same thing for my dad, but I don't know. My dad was more into pinball. The game or like the actual like machines? Pinball for Atari? Oh, that still worked. Okay, I thought when it turned into the spinny thing it didn't work. Okay, well that's good to know. Oh, so he's into pinball machines? I like pinball after a fashion, but it's not something I immediately go to. Like if it's a specific pinball machine, I'll probably play it, but it's not my biggest cup of tea. I'm good at the digital versions. I'm not very good at like the actual pinball machines though. I'm never good at actual pinball ever. Every time I get on a pinball machine, I suck. Every time. Get it. Nice. Yeah, yeah, you know what? Same here. I like the idea. I like the effort that goes into the different pinball machines and seeing how creative they get with them. But I don't really care much for the game itself. In fact, like I said, I think I'm pretty terrible at it. More often than not. I'm indifferent to it, basically. Ah, no! That's game. Man, I was close to 60. That was almost a 60,000 point game right there. You know what? I want to keep it going. Otherwise, it's just going to be a really short stream, so we're going to keep it going. A little bit longer. A little bit longer. Oh. Oh, that shot a piece away. Get it? Get it? Ah, fuck. Come on, man. There we go. I think that was the common consensus back in the day, though, because from what I remember, or at least from like watching other like YouTube videos, I think the consensus back in the day, especially during like the NES and Super Nintendo era, was like the upgrade from the NES to the Super Nintendo was just nuts, and people were losing their minds about how crazy the graphics looked, which is understandable. Like the jump from NES to Super Nintendo was crazy. So, yeah. Come on, man, get it. But with these games though, I feel like you really had to use your imagination a lot of the time, because like we were playing Adventure, right? With games like Adventure, you really do have to use your imagination for like what you're looking at and where you're at. Oh yeah. The jump from 2D to 3D, oh yeah, definitely, for sure. Because that's a whole different dimension, definitely. Oh my god. Yeah, get out of your system. Get out of your system. Okay, there you go. Nice. Now see, I didn't get to witness the jump from 2D to 3D. I grew up in the 3D era, like right when it happened, so I didn't get to see that unfold. But because I grew up with the N64, you know, that was the standard. So like games like Ocarina of Time and, you know, Turok, you know, games like that looked hella realistic to me when I was a kid. Oh, it still got me, man. Fuck. Okay, I gotta watch out for that little laser piece there. Shoot some of that barrier away, please. I don't know what the purpose of this middle section is. I still don't know what this middle section's about. I haven't quite figured that out. What even is this? This is Yar's Revenge. We're playing the Atari 50 collection right now. Just playing some Atari. Playing some Atari. Because why not? We all like to play old games from time to time. Like to just sit down and go back to the 80s and have a blast. I was talking to my parents the other day about this. I was like, you know what? If there's one thing that I do regret missing out on, you know, being born in like a late 90s kid, being born in 98, is like not being able to socialize in the arcades like people used to do in the 80s. That's like, I feel like I would have liked that. Like, you know, just the concept of, you know, coming home from school, be like, hey, you want to go hang out at the arcade? Bring your quarters, we're gonna go play some Pac-Man, play some Galaga, play some Dragon's Lair, play some Street Fighter. I wish I got to be a part of that, but that didn't really get to happen. I mean, granted, you know, you still got barcades, you still got recreation spots that still have them, but you don't have dedicated arcade spots like they used to, obviously. You don't have that anymore. You don't have kids coming home from school saying, hey man, let's go meet at the arcade. You don't do that anymore. Kids don't do that. Kids these days are like, hey man, you gonna get on MW3 tonight? You gonna hop on Fortnite? You gonna get on Destiny or you gonna later on? You gonna get on Halo? Gonna get on COD? So yeah, I am kind of jealous that I didn't get to grow up in that era because of that, just for that novelty alone. I mean, I got a taste of it because, like I said, there are, like, Chuck E. Cheese has arcade machines, bars have them, so it's not like I totally missed out on the experience, because I did get a taste of it, of what that was like, being able to play arcades in a public setting. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Really, a game looked more like a movie. It was an arcade machine, as far as I know. Granted, it wasn't like a traditional arcade game because it didn't have like a high score thing going on, but it was still an arcade game. Oh my god, man, that piece is getting faster and faster. Oh. Okay, I gotta drag that thing all the way back here. Yeah, it was an arcade game. Oh! What sucks is that laser thing can kill you. Like that laser thing that you have to fire at the centerpiece there, that can kill you. So you really gotta be careful of that. I'm aware it's just... I only saw one recently when I went to an arcade / bar, yeah. Oh, come on, get it! I hate this board so much because these ones just keep moving around. I hate this one so much. Oh, and it still got me. Ah, that's game. Well, we got better of score than last time, 63,000. Alright, well. Alright, well, you know what? I think that's gonna do it. We've officially played all the games that my dad listed off. Well, quote-unquote, all of them. We only got to play, like, a fraction of them because that's all the games that Atari 50 has on here. If it had, like, Defender and Joust and Kaboom and whatnot, then yeah, we play those, but they don't have those games on here. Do they at least have them on the arcade cabinets? No, they don't. Liberator. No, they don't. Okay. Yep, okay, that's gonna do it. So, yeah, I'd say my favorite of the bunch is definitely... I'm gonna have to go with... I think I'm gonna go with Asteroids, honestly. I think I have a lot of fun with that one. Just the sound design and just the concept of that one is just really fun to play. The second favorite would probably be Yars' Revenge. Next would be Breakout. I think my least favorite would probably be Adventure, just because of how cryptic that one can be. And just how short it is too, just because of how short it is and how cryptic it can be if you don't know what you're doing. I can see the enjoyment in it though, especially if you're just, back in the day, if you're just a kid playing it back in the day, I guess, but Adventure, no, he didn't play Adventure 2, or at least I don't think he did. He didn't say Adventure 2, he just said Adventure. I mean, I'm sure he would have said Adventure 2 if that was the case, but, I mean, maybe he did, maybe he just didn't remember that immediately, but I don't know. But that's gonna do it for the stream, and, yeah, maybe next time I'll come back to, we'll play it. Well, no, I'm not gonna play it for this stream because the point of this stream was to play the games that my dad played. Next time I come back to this game or this collection, it might be when I ask someone else about what games they played, like maybe like my uncle or something, or like maybe one of my other relatives, maybe. But for this stream, I wanted to just play the games that my dad played specifically, and that was, Adventure, Asteroids, Combat, Breakout, and Yars' Revenge. But yeah, Adventure is, yeah, it is. I can't even tell what I'm looking at. Like, there's a bunch of pieces in there that just like, oh, what is this, a chalice? Oh, what is this, a sword? A crossbow? Like, the key is, yeah, those are self-explanatory, but it's like, where do you go? What do you do with the pieces? What do you do with the magnet? I'm pretty sure you have to pick, I'm pretty sure they want you to pick, like, for instance, if you pick this, they probably want you to play on, like, full kingdom mode to, like, utilize all the pieces. I'm interested to see what this random placement thing is, though. Like, that's like a randomizer thing. Like, that's crazy. They were doing randomizer stuff, like, way back in the Atari days. That's crazy to think about. Because when I think of randomizers, I think about, like that's like a modern thing. That's, like, something that only, like, just came about within, like, the last decade, right? Like, where people start taking old games and then they start implementing, like, these randomizer settings to make it more interesting, right? But that's crazy. But anyway, I'm not going to stall any longer. That was the Atari 50 collection yet again, this time just playing games that my dad played, and you know what? I had fun. It's always fun to come back and play Atari games. I like these games. They're always fun to come back to. They're nice little dopamine fuel, little time wasters to play. But yeah, that's gonna do it. So I will catch y'all in the next stream, whenever that is, whatever the hell that's gonna be. But yeah, catch y'all later.